Hello and welcome to this 2-minute tutorial, which is an update to our discussion on the redundant system capabilities that Trigger offers. This means that you can have a main playout system, which we call the client, and a backup system, the server. And if you have any hardware failure or anything on your main system, you have a backup system with the same project loaded on it, running synchronously with the main project. And the way we set this up is we have our main project. You're looking at the main screen now, which is going to be our client machine or the main playout machine. And over here in the small picture, we've got our server machine. So the first thing we do on our server machine is we'll go to the client server option and we'll go to the UDP TCP server page. We make sure that enable text over TCP server is selected and that we're on the right port here, the default port, which is 1897, and we activate the server. And that's done on the server machine. So on the client side of things, I'll just show you what I did over there on the server. We went to this page. We made sure that enable text over TCP was selected and then we activated the server. So on the client side of things, we make sure we've got the correct IP address of our server machine entered here. The two machines, I should have said earlier, should of course be connected over a local area network. Mine are connected here by my local Wi-Fi, but you could use an Ethernet cable. As long as the two machines are communicating with each other and there's no firewall blocking their communication. So on the client side, we have to use TCP client channel 1, and we ensure that this checkbox here, control redundant backup trigger system. This tells Trigger this is what we're actually going to be doing, controlling our trigger system. And we make sure these two checkboxes are checked. Maintain server project setup means that any changes, any minor changes that we make to our project will be reflected on the backup system. And when we operate a player button or stop button, they will be reproduced on the backup system because we have synchronized server operation selected there. Now we simply connect to the server system. We can see from the status down here that we've connected successfully, and now we want to copy this project over onto our server system. So no need to fiddle around with copying things onto a memory stick or whatever. We simply click this button and that is now copying all the cue buttons in our project together with any associated audio or video onto the server machine. And on both machines, you can see on the status bar at the bottom here, you get a little progress meter indicating how many cue buttons are being copied across onto the server machine. And there we have it, and that's your project all copied across. Now we can close down this dialog box, the client server dialog box on our client machine, and now you'll see that any buttons that we fire on the client machine are reproduced on the backup machine like that. Also, any small changes that we make, such as moving a button around on our client machine, you can see those are reproduced on the server machine as well. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial and you'll join me next time.